is 8:02 p.m. on January 15th, 2024. This is CptWoozle. Thank you for tuning in, for those who have chosen to tune in. This is a new build this week. I finished the trade journal, or the first iteration of the trade journal last week. Played around with it a little bit this week and tried out a few things over the weekend and wrote a bunch of notes down and documented a bunch of stuff on how all of that was going to come together and down a bunch of just different approaches, and so we'll see how all of that kind of comes together. But notes taken, and so in a couple of months I'll revisit that, probably even maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month. I'll revisit that with updates, changes, bug fixes, so forth and so on. But for right now, the focus is going to be on building a reverse bullet hell using P5 and P5 Play. So I have a really good, well, I think it was a really good, there was a really cool video that I saw, and I'll post it in the Twitch chat, that I thought did a really nice job of explaining reverse bullet hells and some good and bad things about them. I've kind of taken a few notes. So some of the things that I like that they talked about was having a leveling system that increases both the stats, but also a leveling system for the weapons. Having boss spawns that potentially move or stay in one spot. I like that idea from one of the reverse bullet hells. You need a secondary weapon, potentially add weapon modifiers. Most of the reverse bullet hells seem to have a dash, but we want to have the dash like do a thing, not just be a dash. Maybe chests and gifts that spawn randomly. And if I get down to the polishing stage, build some type of cohesion. So like give the game a theme type and kind of go from there. So that's kind of what I have at the moment. But first, let's just grab all of our libraries, P5 Play and P5, get everything downloaded, and kind of go from there. Actually, I think we can look around for P5 Play. I think we look around for some examples. And let's see. Yeah. There's the main project there. Let's look around for something. So it looks like we can grab P5, and let's kind of play around and take a look. We don't want to dive in too deep already. Ghost assets. So I kind of want to play around with a few things beforehand, just to kind of get a feel for what's going on, and so yeah, let's kind of take a look at a couple different things. What I'll probably do this time around is to build a canvas, put some things on it, and then try to get some mouse movements. I won't use the mouse. I'll actually go for the keyboard this time. So let's take a look. Yeah, okay, it's following the mouse. All right, that's not bad. So Here's a nice little tutorial. Let's grab the P5 library and let's grab the P5 play library, which didn't help us at all. Come on, I just want the P5 play library. Why is this so hard? Yeah, I get that. Live server. No, it's not quite what I want. Yes, I can just grab it here from here. But let's grab it from here instead. I think that's a better approach. P5 play. And so let's kind of build it similar to what I've done before. So let's build our index.html. Let's grab our P5 libraries and drop those in. Oh yeah, I'm not in Visual Studio Code. We have templates here, but they're done differently. Code completion, insert live template. There we go. Let's put in our skip source for P5 play. Somebody from Works reaching out to me. Hold on a second. I have to respond to a message from work. So give me a second. I had to apologize. I'm still here. I'm just on one of my many other screens. All right. So I'm to review somebody's PR. Anyway, so I could grab it from there. If we want to use P5 offline, new project, install the live server. If you want to keep P5 updated, do bun, do new terminal in your P5 run bun update or npm update to keep. That's if we want to use the latest. So it looks like we need p5.js plank.js and p5 play. So let's grab these all locally so that we can keep them handy, though I don't necessarily think we need to. Did we download? Yeah, we did. Cool. So let's go back over here to our folders and dropped new folder. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, so I'm going to call it external. So that way I know the libraries are not, they're separated. And then where are my downloads? Let's take a look. Let's go back to P5 play and download. Yeah, let's do the whole thing. Cool. We have you. Let's save you over here in our downloads. And we'll save you over here in downloads. Cool. I'm watching a little too much Community. Channeling my inner Abed here. So we have P5 play, P5, we have blank. We'll copy you. Let's see if it'll let me paste. Paste. All right, so we got P5 play and plank. And let me drop in P5 into the external folder as well. There's nothing to refactor. I don't know what. Just drop it in here. Let's get it on with it. So it looks like this is the order. It needs to be P5, sound, and then play. And I'm not using Sketch, so we'll come back over here. We'll drop these in here. We don't have a sound, but you're going to go into external / P5. And I could use a binified version, but I don't have a real reason to. And then external / P5 play. Cool. Hold on. Let me take a look at this PR. Evaluating. So give me a moment while I review this PR. We'll just call this generic reverse bullet hell for now. And once I finish it, I will update this on my Twitch page with the GitHub information, so forth and so on. So there's my body, and then let's set up and draw. And then I'll call you internal and start you off with new file. We'll call you game.js. We'll drop you in here and we'll include you. Now I'm going to set this up similar to what I did with my other one, where Firefox. So we got a canvas. Did I not do that? Oh, internal game. Cool. So now we have our little box here. We have our canvas set up, which we've done before. So let's take a quick look at things. Yeah, all right. So we got our canvas here. It's not very well defined. Let's go ahead and add in movements. Now, I don't know if P5 play changes up keyboard movement. So let's go ahead and see if P5 play changes up draw. Yeah, it keeps it pretty simple. Yeah, let's use this. And I like that generic approach. I think what I'm gonna do is let's take a look. I think, yeah, we'll do that. So we'll start. So in case you haven't played around, this is just vanilla JavaScript. So your approach has to be a little bit different. Let player equal. So we'll create our player piece, and then we'll create a separate function down here. Now I suppose I could use arrow functions. I don't know if it really matters if we use arrow functions or but I like arrow functions. I just do. So I'm going to use those. And it could come back to bite me. So we'll see how that goes. Const. We'll call this player movement. So Yeah, we'll start there, and they put this in the draw function. So let's make our canvas wider. Let's go ahead and change our background color. Background RGB. RGB. We'll play around with a bunch of colors on the RGB scale. So I like a greenish color for the background. So we'll go with a background of 134, 250, 245, and 0? What's that look like? I don't know yet. Apparently not right. But let's do this instead. Const background color is equal to let's see. E5 play background color. Let's Google. Let's Google and see. Add a background. Da, 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 da. And I've done this before. You could use either HTML colors or RGB. I think people seem to prefer the RGB colors. So I wonder why our game isn't showing up. I think I'm failing here. No. No, it's there. We have a background. Let's minimize, make you a little smaller. Move you over here to the right. Script. Nope. Where's our body? Oh, we ain't got no body. Player background. We'll have to play around with that. Setup. Nope, it does not work. So I'd actually have to leave it as a function setup. It will not run otherwise. So yeah, this is what I meant by it'll bite me in the ass. So function draw. So we'll leave it that way. It's not terrible. Doesn't hurt anything. There we go. There's our canvas now with a terrible color on it. I'm going to change that color to, let's see. Let's take a look at P5's documentation. Reference. Sprite? What? Where's my P5 sprite? Detecting input. Sprite mouse? No. Sprite. Canvas. New sprite width height. How can we change? We'll make our sprite y equals 30. And we'll actually make it diamond shaped. I like this. So we'll create a new const. We'll call it create player. And we'll change these down the road. So we'll grab here. We'll say new sprite. Const player equals new sprite. And then we'll change the diameter to be 50. And we're going to hard code some of this stuff for right now. And then come back and try to think about ways to make it a little nicer. And it looks like, let's see if we do this, if it will be happier. It's not happy either way. Yeah, it's not happy either way. And I wanted to change the color. Yeah, let's do this. Layer stroke. Let's make you a gray. And I wonder if it allows HTML colors. Well, let's see. I'm just playing around with this here color wheel. So HTML colors. Now I'm kind of doing this on the fly, so like, please don't expect perfection out of this. I am building something randomly and kind of off the top of my head, and that is the reverse bullet hell. So let's give this a try. I like a dark color, so let's do a hex of this. And in here we'll do create player. Yeah, there it is. So we're going to change your color to that. Oh, yep, that works fine. Yeah, so it looks like HTML colors work. And we'll make the border black. Cool. And we can actually make you a little bit darker. Can we? No, I guess we can't. Maybe we can. Yeah. There we go. And now, based upon what I was reading, let's open up Sprite in another tab. Yeah. So then we would add in, and we do that in the draw functions. So we'll make you a little bit more descriptive. We'll call you start player movement. We'll actually call you start player control. In here, start player control. Let's see whether that works. Yeah, there we go. So now we have movement. So we have our field. Let's make you a bit wider, though. Let's make you massive. Let's do the following. Let's break you off. We'll call you up here. We'll create a comment. Const. And actually, why don't we just use HTML for the background color? There's no reason to be too weird about this. Let's make you a dark green. Yeah. So, let's make you a dark green. And background is going to be the background color. Yeah. Our mouse keyboard still works. So, I think I'm going to break this off into a new file. We'll call it player.js. And we'll take the base pieces to const. We'll make you a class. We don't have to though. Let's see. Class player. We'll make a constructor. And we'll do a couple of things. We'll create the player and initialize player movement. And to do that, when we do that, we will create a player and initialize player movement. It's going to be this dot create player, this dot initialize movement. Yeah. And we could do this a couple different ways. So let's do it this way. So we will say when we start, we'll say this dot player, and then we'll say this dot player, this dot player, this dot player, this dot player. Initialize, return this dot player. I wonder if this will work. Yeah, I wonder if this will work. Yeah, I wonder if it will work this way. I did it somewhere else too. Let's see if there's a best approach for P5 play with external classes. Let's take a look at something. All right. Let's take a look. Maybe somebody has a video on it. Yeah, no, not quite what I meant. Let's do this. Class in a separate file. Yeah. Here we go. And then, yeah, we do new bubble. And then we draw it. So, and I've done this before. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, structure. Here, we'll just create a player. Let's see. No. This. Da. Constructor x, y, this dot radius. Then let's take a look. And we just say new bubble and move and show. Yeah, I did it this way before. I'm trying to think if there's another way of doing this. Because it feels a little clingy. I don't like it. It feels a little too attached. I'd like to separate it. Let's see. Class constructor, this.bg. Let's look up something because I want to see P5 play. Let's see. Yeah, no. There's my constructor. Yeah, I don't think that I can separate it out quite that way. Let's see. Let's see if they have some examples with how to do this inside of a class. Because everyone's been doing it with inside of a class. in let's see, p5 new sprite inside class. Let's see. Maybe. Let's sprite blah 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 blah. Create a sprite. New group. Not quite what I was looking for. Not quite what I was looking for. Let's see. No. No. No, not quite. I guess I'll just, well, let's play around with it. Let's take a look at um, and hmm, let's do this. Let's start real simple. And let's say that, let's take you away. You're not valid at all. Let's take you away. We have our constructor. This dot player is this dot new sprite? Yeah. Right. How do we want to word this? Outside of main file. Let's see if somebody has an idea. If not, I may have to try one other approach. Da 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 da. File names. I do want to read about sprite collisions, but let's try one other approach. Let's drag you over here. Let's use you. Take a look and see if ChatGPT has anything to say about it. Let's open you up. Let's delete some chats. Let's delete some chats. Right. Some chats. Right. Let's delete you. Delete you. And yep. All right. If I play, how can I? Of a sprite into another JS file. Let's see what it has to say. So da 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 da. Okay. So I see. So it does return it rather than that. So where was I? This dot player. Return this dot player. It's just grumpy about it. Let's see what it has to say. So it looks like yeah. So I'm going to call you player rather than sprite. So you're a little more organized. We're going to this dot player. I'm perfectly fine with this part. Dot create sprite, even though it's grumpy about it. Actually, we'll just let you be new sprite. That's fine. And initialize the movements. And we need to display it, because this is what I did last time. Display is going to be equal to draw sprites. I don't have any display logic. I do want to add in this information here. So we'll say this dot player, this. Let's see if this will work. Export class player. So then up here, when we do our setup, we'll say layer equals new. Where you at? Let's take away you guys. You're not needed right now. Let's comment you out. Let's comment you out. Block comment. All right. Player is equal to new player. And I believe I need to say player.js up here. I ran into that last time. And down here we would do player.display. Let's see if we broke things, which I'm assuming we did. Yep. Import declarations may measure the level of a module. Hold on a second. I need to look at my last bit of code. Let's see. Let's go to my code folder. And let's go to my Centipede game. Did I rename you to something else? I think I renamed you to something else. I think I what did I call you? Oh well, let's reopen it over here. Recent projects. Centipede? Yeah, there it is. Yep, type equals module. Type equals module. All right. You're still unhappy. Cool. Okay. Well, at least we're not crashing. So we're good there. Let's take a look here. Game.js. New player. Export class. Nope, that's not quite right. Let's take a look. Let's see. Now, let's take a look at how we do this sprite. New sprite. New sprite. Okay. Let's go to sprite constructor. Function draw. Canvas. Let's set up. That's right. Doesn't looks okay. So I don't really feel that strongly about that aspect of it. We don't have a world gravity or anything right now. Let's see what we have. It is loading the game. We have our player. Draw sprites. I'm not a fan of this approach because I can't search the way that I'd like to. One of the things that made P5 nice was there was a really nice search bar in order to do what you wanted to. So let's take a look. Draw. Yeah, let's take a look at the draw. Da, da, da. New sprite sketchy.draw is equal to. So I guess I can make it work without going this way. But I think the way that this is gonna work is eventually I have to move it out. But let's just leave it as it is. Let's do a new sprite. Let's create the player for right now. Yeah. Create player. And then I think we do start play control here. That'll work just fine. We don't have a display. Create players. Take you out for now. Let's see what we get out of this. Let's do an inspect console. I got nothing. All right, let's take a look. I think, do I need to change one other thing? Hold on. I gotta remember how I did it. Yeah. Other system. Oh yeah. I remember now. Because this is um a module now, I need to specifically tell it down here. Let's see. Let's back up all that stuff. Let's see if we can actually get this to work as a class. There we go. And so I think I need to say window.setup equals setup and window.draw equals draw and window.kb equals kb. Let's see if that, there we go. So we got P5 working, but we got some errors. I got some errors. Draw sprites is not defined. Let's see. Let's open up another tab. Go P5 play draw sprites. I don't see anything. Function draw is clear. I don't think there's anything to do. KB is not defined. I think they mean keyboard. So I think it should be. Oh no, there's nothing. So So we have our sprite, but I don't have any controls. Let's take a look at the documentation again. Input. I might need to figure out how I can pass KB to an external function. And I did, the last time I worked on this, I couldn't find a way to do this. So a display equals, I think I did this. Ooh, I know what I need to do. So it doesn't go here, it goes here. And I need to say clear. Yeah. And initialize player movement. And it's this. Rather than up here is what I believe I need to do. And so there we go. Now my background is gone, but I got my play, I got my movement back. Let's see what you are possibly upset about. Windows controllers depreciated. Okay. You failed with 404 plank min.js. Did I not call it plank min? I did. It's called plank min. Did I misspell you? Let's see if I did. Let's correct this. External slash plank min. Nope, you're still there. I see. P5 loads just fine. And this is the trouble when you load as a module. Do I need to... Let's see if I can do this. Import. I wonder if I need to import the others as a module. Let's see if it will let me. Or whether it will have a fit. Nope. Just right out. Nope. All right. So we have you working, but it can't see a couple of things. Failed. Which is weird because I'm not running it that way. So let's see. Yeah, let's open an Explorer and let's see if I can open it with Firefox. And I don't think I can. Yep, it gives me the core. So I'm gonna have to run it as a small server. Let's see if there's some additional information on the see if someone has investigated this before. Let's see, P5 play module. Okay. Uh, Hmm. We got setup. We got draw. I think I might have to roll it back. I'm just trying not to do 27 files. Um, let's see if there's any downsides. Well, I've done it as a module with straight P5 play, but P5. I've done P5 as a module, but not P5 play. And import star. I guess I could do an import star. Yeah. But let's see. I don't see. Let's see if there's something. If there's additional documentation somewhere. Sometimes this is one of the probably one of the most frustrating things I find about various libraries is, oh, someone's done a neat little library. I see. I see. npm run. Yeah, I get that. No. I do not see good documentation on how to do this. Like, nothing's wrong off the top of the head except that it's not loading things quite right. Where is it? So let's take a step back. Let's come back to here. Let's unload you as a module. But that means that what I'm going to have to do is add each one of my files individually, which I was really hoping not to do. I just feel like it's a little messy. So I don't necessarily like to do it that way. Blank index game, but I think it should work better. Let's go ahead. So what we get. Um, layer is not defined. Oh, is it because I exported it? I wonder if that's it. Well, we have our circle. So you're loading just fine. So that means that there's something going on with our game, which was working just fine. Why are you suddenly being so darn difficult? Let's take a look at something. Let's see. P5 play. Background color. So I guess we could just fill it with a green. Let's see if this works. I'll be really kind of grumpy if it does, though. No. Oh, hold on. Order seems to matter a bit for this stuff. But I guess I don't actually want to clear. I just want to do that. So let's see if we put you back. There we go. Yep, it was that clear. So now we have our circle that moves around on the screen. That took longer than I wanted it to. Let's take a look at how collisions work in P5 play. 5 play collisions. Because I think it already has some stuff built in. So world gravity if we wanted to, but we're not interested in that. So let's take a look at P5 collisions wall. Yeah, I see it. It looks like we can just set the velocity of the player to 0. And so let's, in our player, let's do initialize player movement, detect wall collision. Looks like to do that, we need to create, I guess, a wall? Like, I think I get it. P5 collisions canvas? Yeah, let's see. Collect. But yeah, I get that, and I'm fine with that. And I will use that. Custom properties, subgroups. No, not quite. Collect, push gems. Let's see what else I can find. Let's see. See what I can find. I have found, weirdly enough, that ChatGPT is very handy when I am light on some examples. So, oh, and I guess we just have to set it so that what we do is, oh, I think I misspelled collision. So I guess we need to set the limits of the game. Ooh. Yeah, okay. So this dot end is equal to end. And we'll do this. Let's see about that collision. Let's see. It's P5. P5 wall collision. Checks. Create canvas. Yeah, I see this one. P5 play. Wall collisions. Sprite wall collisions. Collisions with sprite. Create sprite. Let's play. Display character. Oh, I see. Random character dot remove. I see that part. If walls dot add. What the hell's a wall? Walls equal new group. Create sprite. Oh, I see. Obstacle dot one equals immovable. We add the obstacle. Character set. Wait, hold on. Where does it actually remove it? I don't see any collision check here. So that does that. Let's look for this because I'm missing something. Character dot bounce. Walls. So I guess you have to define the walls. Make obstacle. Oh, I see. Displace. So we can set it to bounce. Explode. So P5 play collision. So it looked like there was a function for this. Yeah, I see it. P5 play. This. Yeah, I see that one. Collision problems. Sprite set collider. Here's the working code. Wait. If bullets dot overlap balloons. I see. Add to group. Debug true. Set collider. Maybe somebody has. Well, this is just straight P5. Let's see if somebody has some. Look. So it looks like what you have to do is you actually have to set a wall. Yeah, it looks like you have to create a collision area. And then you can do a collides with wall. So how do we want to handle that? We would probably pass in the walls, I guess. So taking this same idea here, we would create a series of walls that are just a hair up. So let's go ahead and create our walls. Up here, function draw, function walls. We'll call it create walls. And then it looks like we set each one of them to a movable, and we can check, it looks like, whether we can do a, looks like dot collides. Let's see if there's a way to do a bunch at once. So let's do a player.collides. Let's do P5 play collides. Okay. Let's open up U. I did the same thing last time. I had to open up so many things. How does it detect multiple though? Player.overlaps. Oh, I see. So you can do overlaps, gems, and I'm assuming that you could do collides. Gem. So collide. P5 play collisions. So it looks like you could do a collide. So let's try this. Create walls. We'll do this. Let walls equal new group. I think it's deprecated. So I guess it would with no new sprite. X 0, Y negative 10, the width. Let's see what this looks like to even begin. So let's change you up to new sprites. New sprites. New sprites. New sprites. Let's make them immovable from here. And then in our function, we do draw sprites. Okay. Draw sprites. Make the walls immovable. And let's see how that looks. Apparently it looks terrible. Draw sprites is not defined. Create walls. Nope, it's a bad idea. That was a terrible idea. So is it here where we, let's create walls up here. Okay. A new sprite. Start at X, 0, Y, 0. Let's go Y, 5. Width of 2. Height of 10. I don't even know what this is going to look like. That's 1. Height of 800. Okay. Let's do a new sprite of X. 5. Of X5. Y0. Width 2. 800. Height of 2. Let's see what that looks like. Oh. Oh. Okay. Let's take you guys out for now. Let's just do 2 items. Start at a 0, 0. Go 200 H. 800. 800 and 800. 5. 5. And I'm just not conceptualizing it very well. X, Y, let's move you in a bit. Okay, so you're that one. Okay. What? But your width is 100%. Why are you not stretching the full way? Width is 1,000? Let's take a look at this new sprite, because I'm perplexed. It should be height and width, but I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong here. Okay, let's try this again. Sprite. Basic properties, new canvas, new sprite. Let's make a new sprite. Physics, bouncing, floor equals a new sprite. X with a Y of static. I see. So floor.collider equals static. Equals true, and collider equals static. I dot collider equals static. Okay, let's give that a try. So that's fine. But so then is there anything? It looks like there's nothing actually I have to do. Except set you to a Y of 190, H of 5. So it's, why is it set to X and Y and Z? Let's take you guys out and say Y of 190. Let's do that. W1.y is going to be equal to gravity.y is equal to, I don't know, 800? See what that looks like. Nice, and I don't have to do anything to make that collision work. That's kind of nice. I wish I had used P5 play with the centipede. This would have been so much nicer. So the Y's 800, and let's play around with a couple other things. So where are you, P5 play? Basic properties. New canvas. Sprite X. Sprite Y. X. Y. Width. Height. So it's new sprite X is going to be start at 0 in the upper left hand corner. 0. We actually want to move you over to the right by 2. Cool. The width, I want you to be 10. And its height is going to be 800. Let's see what that looks like. Why aren't you the full length? Why are you not the full length? I think it has to do with the block size. So, and I haven't been paying attention to this on the canvas side. Let's go sprite, new canvas. Let's see. Sprite constructor, no. Is there a previous page? Let's see, P5 play canvas size. Oh, you can just say full screen. Nice. Oh, nice. It will create it fills the entire window. And aspect ratio. Pixelated mode. Resize it. I see. So I don't want to pixelate it. Let's see. P5 play get width of canvas. Let's see if there's a function for that already. Can you? Oh, so can we just say canvas.w? Yeah. Let's see if that works. Canvas.w. Refresh. No, you did not. Why are you not that size? Because then if we say 1600, that works. I'm kind of grumpy about that. All right, sure. I don't know why you're 1600. That shouldn't be the case. Oh well. Let's do the other sprite. Let's say it's going to be, we're going to start at 0 to 1610. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll create the other walls. And then we can add other items into it. This would have been so handy. So if we're going to do another one, it would be 1,598 with a 0, a width of 10, and a height of 1,600. Is that right? Let's see if it is. It's not. Negative 1,600. Where are you? So you start in the lower left-hand corner. So you're going to start. Wait, why don't we start down there? We want to start it, yeah, there. Y0. Do we want to go that short? No, we want to go the opposite direction. So we want to say 88. And we do want to go 1,600 down. Where are you at? Where are you at? Do 3. Oh, I'm not adding it. Me being an idiot. There we go. X of 1,000. Y is just the up and the down, but the X, you should be right. So, where are you? If you were that wide, so are you really 800 pixels? So that means you're only 788? That doesn't seem... Yeah. Wow. Okay, then that's new, because that's not how... What? How is that a thing? 798? Yeah, there you go. We're going to change the borders to black. How can it be 1,600? But then, what? But I said create a canvas of height of 800 and width of 800, and then it made it double. Like, what? 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 I don't know what's going on. I got to figure that out. I will, though. I'll probably change the dimensions anyway. So this time you're going to start in the bottom left corner. So I want you to start with a 0 here. But we're going to do the same thing, 798. Let's try the 1,598. Width of 1,600, and we'll go a height of 10. Add you in, and no, that's not right. I think it's going to be another one of these things where I'm going to be really perplexed about it. Yep, I don't... How can you... What? All right. There we go. Let's change these colors, though. Let's see. P5, canvas. Can we... I think... Color and stroke. New sprite. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. W1 dot. And we'll just make you black. W1 dot color equals... Actually, they're all going to be black. We'll just do that. Walls I dot color equals black. Cool. Let's test this out. So nice. I don't have to futz around with weird collisions. It automatically does it for me. So we have our keys moving around. We have our potential character on screen. Um, let's see if we can figure out how we can do a rotating image. Oh, I know what I messed up. I wanted to change over here. I wanted to change our rotation to 45%, but keep it a square. That's right. I changed it into a sprite Y of 30. So let's go back and change what you look like on the player side. Color, diameter, rotation. I like triangles. Yep, there we go. And let's see if we can figure out how to do a rotation. So let's create some of the other pieces. Um, let's call this I don't know what to call it. Um, I don't know. Um, I don't know. Let's see. In P5 play, rotate, uh, spin around. Right. I see. Um, yeah, no. Um, so let's see. Right. No, no. Um, Text rotated. Let's see. P5 circle around sprite. Yeah, let's see if there's anything. Circle collider. Don't want to make rounded corners. Don't want to animate it quite yet. I guess I could do this the old-fashioned way. Let's see if P5 has anything for follow. Let's see, because I think it might be some type of camera function. X accent movements. Let's see. Um, so we could say camera X equals player X. Ooh, I wonder how that would look. Let's play around with it and see. Um, and I guess I would do it up here, hammer x is equal to player dot x. Let's see how that works. Doesn't really affect anything, but it might down the road. P5 play, follow. Let's see if P5. Somebody has a coin collection. Yeah, I don't want it to remove though. That is a good one. Hey, wait, there's something. So create slider. Yeah. So there's an attraction point? I see. That's neat. So we would set an attraction, so that would follow it. But not quite what I'm looking for. Let's see. Let's find out. So see if we can find something using ChatGPT, because I want to create one that rotates, let's say counterclockwise. Angle radius. Create our sprite. Create a rotating sprite. Let's do that. Let's create. Let's copy what they do over here and see if this gives us what we want. Let's call this file. I don't even know what to call this. I guess we'll call this gun.js. And it's its first weapon. So we'll create the second sprite that we will pass in the player's X and the player's Y. So let's do that. Class gun. Create a constructor with this dot angle and this dot radius. Okay, and let's see. Now we'll do a similar thing to what we did over here with the player. Let's move it a little bit further to the right, though. It's not gun, and then create gun. this dot. Change our colors. We want to make you, let's make you red. Stroke of black. Gun, stunt gun diameter equals 30. We'll make you round. And you don't do anything down there. This dot display, where we pass in player X, player Y, and looks like what we can do is say this potentially. So we would say this dot gun dot position dot player X. Yeah. Player X. The player's Y. Radius cosine of the angle. The angle is 100. So this dot angle. This dot angle. And this dot radius. And this dot radius. And we'll say this dot angle. Just the speed of the rotation. Yeah, and then what I would do is, I guess, create the gun player. Yeah, let gun say gun equals new gun, and gun dot display player dot X and player dot Y. And then we need to add you. So there's player, and we need to add in here gun. Let's see how badly that broke stuff. I broke stuff quite a bit. Okay. Let's see. This dot gun is undefined. Wait, what? Gun.js. This dot gun dot. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I needed to, in my creator, say this dot create player. This dot create gun. I got nothing. Hold on. Trash. Refresh. I is undefined. I is undefined? Where's I? Oh, why are you undefined? Yeah, I see. I see. Learn more. Let's see if I forgot something. I'm pretty sure I did. I is undefined. I don't see any external files here that could be causing it. Let me see. I wonder if we did this, if it would work better. Let's put a debugger in here and see what we run into. Debugger. So this dot gun, do you have an X and a Y? No, you do. And so then this player's X and Y. So this dot gun dot position dot X dot Y. And then over here, let's put a debugger here. I want to see what's going on because I think I'm passing in the wrong information. So we have this dot player dot position, I believe. Yep, I was wrong. So we pass in the player. And then we say player dot position dot X. And then player dot position. Ooh, position dot Y. And I need to spell position correctly. So there we go. Let's take out some of these debugger points and see if we get our rotation. We don't. All right, something's wrong again. Player position is not defined. This, if no player and no position, then return. Okay. Well, I mean, you would. Well, something is rotating, and it is not. That is not quite what I envisioned when I said rotation. But I guess it is doing the rotation for me. If I tell it not to rotate, let's see what happens. Okay. Where am I? I had so many windows open, I don't even know what's going on. Also, looks like the ball went somewhere. Did you go off screen? That's neat. At least this works. Let's see, did I forget to... Oh, no, you're fine. The ball's immovable. That's kind of neat. But it's still not quite right. It's not rotating. It is not rotating. This dot gun dot position. So it should be running all the time. Let's put something in here. It looks like it's failing. Yep. This dot player dot position is always wrong, but it should be running all the time. Let's console.log player dot position and see what's going on. Let's get up on my developer tools. We'll refresh you. Take you off screen. Oh, I see. We're not getting anything here. We are not getting any information out of this. How do we want to do this? We could create a listener. But how can we get you player? Because we have the player. We have it, but we're not getting anything. Let's try again. Oh, I forgot my brackets, my parentheses. There we go. Nope, I got nothing. What is going on here? Now all of a sudden the player, I guess, because it's not there, it's failing, and there we go. All right. How can we get the X and the Y? I guess, let's do this. Let's come back over here to player. And as we're displaying, there's no need for you anymore. This dot player dot position dot, let's do a console dot log of this dot player dot position. Let's put our question marks in here. We can see what's going on. Nope, nothing. Nothing at all. I'm getting no console logs, no nothing. But maybe I'm in the wrong thing. No, I am getting it. All right, I'm not crazy. So you're getting it here. I'm just in the wrong console log. And then let's see if you're getting it here. Refresh. No. So I have to find a way to pass the gun to the player. Do I want to find another way of listening? I don't know yet. Let's see if we get the player. Inspect console. Okay. So console.log.position. Undefined. But we can console.log.player. Object. Let's pause for right now. I want to take a look at something. So it's player dot player. Oh, so console.log console player dot player. That's on me. Dot position. Dot position. Dot x. So let's refresh that and try that. Yep, that works. So it's just that I've gotten it wrong. So it's the player, and we want to send player dot player. And then let's refresh. Now I put a breakpoint in there. So let's take you out. And let's see what happens now. Well, that's a real slow rotation. Let's speed that up to 0.15. Much better, but still not fast enough. 7.5. Nice. So now you move accordingly, and we can even speed you up to say 0. So in our first terrible attempt, but let's see what happens. Yep, okay, cool. So in our first attempt at making something, we have our screen, we have our walls that we can't go beyond, we have an object that's rotating around it. So we have that to kind of start us off. And it looks like we can kind of start from there. I haven't figured out how I want to do the dash yet, but there are a couple things I'm probably going to break this up into. So I will say one, I should probably move you outside of here. And just say gun. See if that messes up anything. Nope. And do the same thing over here. Just move your player right here. So that takes care of our gun. When we'll probably create something to increase the speed, so that someone could potentially increase the speed of the spinning and potentially create another gun. But we kind of have just the basics. I think next time we'll worry about I think speeding things up, which is pretty easy. So speeding things up. We have a couple follow mechanics in place, so I'll probably start creating various eye creatures that basically other dots that will appear on the screen and then follow or head towards it. I think we'll have to figure out how I want to do quote unquote damage. So there'll be levels of damage, but this is just the basics of a bullet hell. P5 play is a little cumbersome, I find. Some of the explanations aren't as clear as I'd like them to be. There are a few YouTube videos out there that I thought were really kind of helpful. But I didn't find them as helpful as I would have liked. So hopefully this helps someone down the road. But let me add a README, clean some things up over here, and do the first push. So I'll drop the update in the... I will drop a link in my Twitch. So I'll drop a link in the Twitch so that people can take a look. And some random news. Oh, yeah, some random news. Anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. This has been a bit of a struggle, but I think it's not a bad start using P5 play. I think P5 does make things like collisions easier, so I don't have to worry about a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to have it probably randomly generate a few items on the screen to kind of serve as a blocker, so that there'll be obstacles in the way that you have to kind of move around. That'll probably be next time, along with creating the first, if you will, creatures that you need to interact with. And then we'll start building on a couple of the things that we talked about, and then adding in, like, look, So we'll want a level system, but we'll worry about that later. We'll do a boss spawn, but again, we'll worry about that later. We'll probably do the dash next time, but we'll probably next time just worry about creating the basics, which is creating creatures that spawn, and then maybe doing the dash. Um, so, and then figuring out how those mechanics, the dash will work. So, but anyway, this is kind of the basics. I do wish that I could put it inside of a module. But let me do a quick search to maybe see if I can find something. Let's see. Um, see if someone has something, because I don't like the way that it does this. Um, oh, I see. Let's come back over here to the game. Let's do this. Fort Plank. So Fort Plank. So we would import plank from dot slash external dot slash plank min.js. Um, view. We can do that. Guess we could do that. Not doing anything with it though. Not the yeah, or let's do this. Looks like we could do export default function r reverse bullet hell includes p, and we'll do p dot setup is equal to this. P and then p dot setup is equal to function, and we'll do the same thing with draw. P dot draw equal to function. Yeah, I like this approach. So we've that. We'll import plank. Import p5 from external slash p5. Import p5 play from slash external play.js. Let's see if this works. start you here. Let's do code, line block. Let's take you away. Take you away. Create walls. Then port you over here on HTML. See if that works. Journal/game new P5 RGB. I don't know if that will work. Let us find out. No, it won't. Oh, it's my fault, I think. I think it was default. Ambiguous indirect. Line 1. um, let's see. See if we can figure out what's wrong with this code. All right, let's see what we can get. Import statements, if they were modules, maybe problematic. I see. Player. Let's see. P5 plays. Let's do a quick search for P5. P5 play ES6 module. Well, that's how to use P5. Doesn't tell me how to do. I see you. Yeah. Let's see. So, well, actually, hold on a second. It looks like they have this Visual Studio Code, live server. Okay, I see. I don't see a quick way of doing this. I'll figure it out, and I'll just come back to this in a bit. Anyway, yeah, so the only thing I'll probably do between now and Wednesday is figure out how to take P5 and turn it into a module, and do a little bit of research on how the follow mechanic, and have it so that we can start randomly generating creatures on the screen. Next, after that, it'll just be things like, how can I give them hit points? And I've done similar things to that before. So we'll have it so that every time it collides, it doesn't do anything, but it takes away some points. Then we'll probably introduce a hit point system, but we'll see how all of that goes down the road. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. It is now Monday, January 15th, 2024 at 10:07 p.m. This is CptWoozle signing off. I hope you have a good start to your week. Happy Martin Luther King Day. I hope everything continues to go well for you.